Good morning. It's a beautiful day out here. I'd like to thank Bill and Lori Arnold for hosting this event. It's hard to believe 5 years have gone by since we celebrated one of the greatest rescues in the history of mining. It's amazing to see what you've created here, from the capsule that you have up in the building, to the Miners Memorial, to the Quecreek Foundation. Just a little note on this capsule. I don't know how many of you know this capsule had never been used before to rescue anyone. It was basically sitting behind our National Mine Academy in Beckley, West Virginia, just kind of rusting. So it was nice to put it to use finally after having it for so long, and it's nice to see it in the Memorial Museum up here. You're performing a great service to the community here by keeping alive the memories of that day that we accomplished when everybody pulled together. I reiterate what the governor said. Everybody worked really hard together at this. I too carry special memories of those 4 days. I remember all too well getting the call of water running into the mine, and knowing the area, I didn't realize that we were close to any mine, so that was the first thing that kind of hit me. Where is this water coming from? I remember the first morning that Amy took me down to the area where all the staging area for the TV cameras and satellites parked at the Giant Eagle, and realizing this was going to be a big story. And quite frankly, when we made the turn and went down there and I seen all the trucks, or the TV trucks, I probably can't repeat the words that I used at that time when I saw them. One of the biggest moments I remember is coming out of the command center when we were over at the mine and looking into the pit. And I'm sure some of you have seen the pictures of the water and how high it was in the pit. And knowing that the elevation of that water at that time was higher than the location where we thought the miners may be. And it was a very humbling experience just looking at that, wondering if we were doing the right thing. And I do think this is a good example of everything going right. I've been involved in a number of major mine emergencies. I was on site at Sago when it occurred. And this does have special meaning here. And it's not very often after a mine emergency or a mining situation like this that all the miners are brought out of the mine. So this has some historical moments that 100 years from now, when people look back at this will be in the social studies book that children will be looking at as to what happened when people do work together. When we finally broke through, I distinctly remember hearing the tapping and then feeling an incredible sense of gratitude as each miner was raised to the surface. As I said, I've witnessed an awful lot, and I've never seen anything like what occurred here in 2002. The day of the rescue, I think it'll be one of the things that I'll treasure the most is my years as a public servant working for the federal government. I'm still proud of the hard work of my MSHA counterparts and the way everyone in the state of Pennsylvania, the local first responders, the Enlow Fork Mine Rescue Team who came up here to help if they needed to, the Navy, the Red Cross, and the Salvation Army, the religious sector who pulled together, prayed together, and ultimately celebrated together. I think that particular event, along with the other more recent ones, has given people worldwide a newfound respect for miners and the work they perform under sometimes extreme conditions. Every time we turn on a computer, turn on a light switch, we owe it to the coal mine. As MSHA's administrator for coal mine safety and health, I owe it to the coal miners around the country to do everything in my power to keep them safe and return them to their families and loved ones at the end of every shift. As you know, last year was not an easy one for the mining industry nor for MSHA. I want to assure you that we're working hard to continue to improve our effectiveness as a safety and health agency and to build up trust in the workforce we serve. I don't know if we'll ever again experience anything like the outcome we had here at Quecreek, but I do know that such outcomes only strengthen MSHA's resolve to do everything we can to protect the miners, which is our most precious resource. Have a good day, everyone.